Hey, Jonas Turner here at our websites, and in this video I want to show you how to create a form using Caldera Forms plugin in WordPress. Okay, so basically first thing we did is we went to plugins, add new, and we installed Caldera Forms. Actually go to install and I'll show you exactly how it looks right here. View details, and that's it right there. So this is probably most commonly used as a contact form on a contact page, but it is also very helpful to create any other kind of form, almost any other kind of forms that you need to create. So go to Forms, Caldera Forms, Forms, and we're going to call it New Form. And here are a couple of templates you can use. Contact form, variable pricing form. You can actually use this form builder to create checkout pages if you want. And registration form, booking form, rate our service form, job application form, and a blank form. So we're going to start with a blank form. I'm going to give it a name. This one we're going to call, I'm going to call it Trips. This is inside of, oops. Come on, where's my typer? This is inside of John and Melissa's website. So I know what they want to do with this form. So obviously we're starting with it completely blank. So if you start with a template, obviously you're going to have a little bit of something to work with. But we're going to add a field. Drag it down here. And the first thing we're going to do is email address, okay? So over here we're going to call it email address. And that is of course required. I think we're going to leave it at that. We're going to take another one and we're going to go to select, drop down select, okay? Over here you got kind of a basic menu, and then over here is what all is available under each menu item. Drop down select is what we're going to do here. And Melissa, I forgot to look. What was the other one called that you sent me? What was the description? Give me just a sec, guys. She wants me to build a form. Choose your free vacation destination. Choose your free capital. No. Well, yeah, F is capital. Vacation destination, and that will be above it. And then let me move this a little bit over here, and then we have to add the options, right? What are the drop down options? So go here and we add all the options that we want. So Orlando, Cancun. I'm not sure what all the options would be. I can see a few from the screenshot Melissa sent me, but I can't see all of them, and I don't know exactly what all she wants. So I'm just going to add a few, and Melissa, if you're watching this video, you can obviously delete, change, and add more as whatever you want, right? Excuse me. So I'm going to actually leave it at that. Now there's one more thing we need, and that is a button. Okay, so we're going to add the button. This would be the button here. Claim any free vacation is the name on the button, and the button is submit. Okay, so submit means it's going to send it, right? It's going to go on to the next. Now, Melissa, I am assuming for this form you want to, after they submit their information, it goes to another page. So here's how, well actually before we go there, we're going to go to email here, and we're going to check. This is just going, whenever somebody submits their information on this form, it's going to send you an email. It's going to send you an email telling you that somebody just filled out the form and here's the info, right? So by default, this will be the admin email on the WordPress account, right? So we don't want that. We want John and Melissa at Gmail. Reply to email. Email address of the person filling in the form. This will allow replies of the email to go back to the sender. So we don't want that. We want the email address form merge tag, basically. Put that back over here. And who is receiving the email? We want John and Melissa. We'll be receiving that email. And I'm going to just call it new lead. Okay? Exclamation point, and then this will be the summary, or basically the email and what trip they picked. The rest, you could do this, but I'm going to leave that. I'm going to hit save form so we don't lose that. Now we come over here to processors, and we're going to add a processor, and we're going to redirect. Okay? Add a redirect processor. So redirects user to URL on successful submit. Where are we sending them after they submit? Okay, so boom, right here you paste in the link of the page you want to send them to after they filled out the form, and you can, it will have a redirecting message, which redirecting will automatically be there. Looks like we have to put in a page. Let me just, I'm just going to grab a page just to show you, Melissa, how that works. Let's go to contact us page. So you probably want to create the page first, right? So go here, and I'm just going to highlight over this, copy link address, come back over here, just paste it in here, and boom, save that. Now, if you want the system to automatically email the person right away as well when this happens, you could go to add a processor and an auto response. Now this is coming from the WordPress email system, okay, via your host. So it's not coming from Aweber or MailChimp or whatever you're using. If you want to use that, we're going to have to connect Aweber with this form first, and then we could actually, I would actually not recommend, if you're going to do that, if you're going to connect Aweber or MailChimp, I would not use this autoresponder. I would set it up in your Aweber to auto-respond out of Aweber, okay? That way the emails are always coming from the same email address and everything, same system, so to speak. Now, all right, so now we created that form. If you want to go back to change something, layout, we just go over here is the edit, okay? Boom, you can edit anything over here. By the way, I would mark this required as well. One of these have to be required. And then just come down here, change them, add more, add an option, you know, move them around. You can hover over them, move them around, different orders, whatever you want, right? It's pretty cool. And make sure you save form. And you can also add your name field, right? If you want the name field, bring it down here. I would go with single line text, okay? And here we call it, you could do full name. Oh, can't type name. All right, and I would make that required if you're going to add it. Now you probably don't want it down here, so you want it up at the top. Boom, now we have the full name there, right? Now that will be populated or send in the email to you as well, okay? Form, once you're done, form settings, and right here is a short code for this form. So copy this code, copy the code, and I would, anywhere on a web page, website, page or form anywhere, you can, if you're using Thrive Architect, by the way, let me show you how it looks. You want to use the WordPress element and paste that code in there. So let this page load and I'll show you how to do that. This form, by the way, is automatic. Is from it was created with Thrive Architect itself. So this was not using a form builder. So we're going to go WordPress. By the way, you can search up here in the search bar. I usually do that. It's quicker. So I'm just going to put it below the other form. It's going to pop up, and here it looks like the WordPress editor. We're going to paste that code in there, save that. And now this is not going to look very nice, fancy, obviously, at this point. But save that, and now we can preview it, and it'll, according to whatever theme you're using on your website, it will look slightly different, okay? If you want this to be really nice, fancy looking, whatever way you style it, basically, you're probably going to have to upgrade to Caldera Forms Pro. And I just warning you, if you do that, just be careful. Make sure that the Pro you're getting is going to allow you to do what you want, because there's a lot of things. They have like a lot of add-ons for Caldera. Let me see, add-ons right here. Caldera Forms add-ons. Some are very inexpensive, but some are a little bit more expensive. And you know, there's, if you look, there's a ton of them. Here's Aweber. By the way, if you want to connect Aweber, you're going to have to purchase this add-on, unless it's free, but usually it's a small cost at least. Or you could do Zapier, but I would go with Aweber. Zapier lets you do the same thing, but I would go with Aweber if you want to connect it with Aweber. So there you have it. Hopefully this all makes sense. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.